Welcome to the Board of Investments. The BOI is the lead government agency responsible for the promotion of investments in the Philippines. Today marks our 50th founding anniversary of the agency's legacy of excellence, and this is our story. On September 16, 1967, then President Ferdinand E. Marcos signed Republic Act No. 5186, the basic law called for the creation of the BOI. The BOI was the first of its kind, and its formation is generally regarded as a momentous hallmark in the history of investments legislation.
At the time, the board was headed by its chairman,
Dr. Cesar Virata, Vice Chairman Edgardo R. Tordesillas. Departments served directly under the Board of Governors,
with a workforce of 94 personnel
from various professional fields. The investments priorities plan is closely tied with the history of the BOI. It is the primary tool of the BOI in encouraging investments. The IPP is a reflection of the BOI's goals and the initiatives of its leaders. The first IPP was approved on June 1, 1968. 67 specific industries were identified from the sectors of crop production, livestock raising, mining, manufacturing, and shipbuilding. The largest project registered under the first IPP was Lipa Fishing Incorporated, with a project cost
120 million pesos.
Under the leadership of BOI Chairman Edgardo L. Tordesillas in the 1970s, the IPP listing was expanded. These include food processing and the manufacture of chemical products, textiles, electrical equipment, footwear, and electronic local content. It was in 1975 when the first Public Utilities Plan was introduced. The said plan included electric utilities and inter-island shipping. The largest project registered during this decade was San Diego Fisheries Enterprise Incorporated, with a project cost of 4 billion pesos. The company still continues to operate to this day. In the first half of the 1980s, the Energy Priorities Program was introduced to promote the use of coal and other non-conventional sources of energy. The IPP list was also expanded to include the manufacturing of paper and paper products, scientific equipment, housing components, and aerospace engineering. After the EDSA revolution, 1987 ushered in a new era of investments promotion with the passage of Executive Order No. 226. This law introduced a new incentives regime. This also marks the time when the BOI was placed under the wing of the Department of Trade and Industry. Tomas I. Alcantara took over the helm of the BOI as its managing head during this time. From 1987 to 1995, the BOI's thrust shifted towards a more promotional rather than regulatory regime in investments. This also saw the inclusion of tourism projects and development of industrial estates and retirement villages as part of the IPP. To alleviate poverty in the countryside, the less developed areas were identified and listed for the first time in the 1991 IPP. The top registered projects from 1990 to 1994 were Team Energy Corporation, with 2 projects costing 20 billion pesos and 30 billion pesos respectively. Melito S. Salazar took over as managing head of the BOI from 1995 to 1999. The IPP was engineered to gear up critical industry sectors with the inclusion of infrastructure-related activities such as telecommunications, build, operate, transfer projects, air transport, port handling, tollways and highways, and water supply and distribution. The BOI registered the highest amount of investments in 1997, with a record high of 570 billion pesos. During 1999 to 2001, there was a rapid succession of leadership, with Aquila B. Bonacier being appointed as the managing head in 1999, Raul C. Hernandez in 2000, and Vincent S. Perez in 2001. It was also during this period when the BOI began its push for the information and communication technology industry under the leadership of Gregorio L. Domingo in the latter half of 2001 to 2004. The development of ICT industry was further promoted. This thrust eventually led to the Philippines becoming the #1 business process outsourcing provider in the world. The largest registered projects during this period were from Smart Communications Incorporated and Globe Telecom Incorporated, with projects worth 17 billion pesos and 40 billion pesos respectively. Elmer C. Hernandez became the BOI managing from the latter half of 2004 to 2010. During his term, the IPP began to promote its retention, expansion, and diversification program in a bid to encourage the country's existing investors to continue expanding their operations in the Philippines. The largest registered projects at the time were GN Power Mariveles Coal Plant Limited at 26 billion pesos in 2006, SN Aboitiz Power Incorporated at 28 billion pesos in 2007, and Masinloc Power Partners Company Limited at 42 billion pesos in 2009. In 2010, Cristino L. Bailillo became the BOI managing head. The IPP during his term sported a much shorter list of priority. Its key highlight is the inclusion of public-private partnership projects as an area for investment. It was also the year of increased investor confidence in the country as the BOI recorded its second highest amount of investments at 528 billion pesos. Adrian S. Cristobal Jr. took over as BOI managing head in 2012. It also shifted its focus towards the country's industrialization and aimed to stimulate the resurgence of the manufacturing sector. The BOI also spearheaded the formulation of industry roadmaps, taking over the reins from Undersecretary Cristobal after he was appointed Secretary of the Department of Trade and Industry in January 2016. Dr. Severino Rodolfo hit the ground running when he assumed the post of BOI managing head. Dr. Rodolfo relentlessly pursued the goal of manufacturing sector resurgence set by his predecessor. The BOI managed to generate its third highest amount of investment, with 511 billion pesos worth of projects registered by the end of 2016. The greatest asset of the BOI which contributed to its accomplishments are its skilled and dedicated personnel. The BOI has been staffed by a workforce of professionals from the fields of engineering, law, economics, marketing, agriculture, among others, exhibiting the values of professionalism, integrity, and commitment to excellence. These individuals combine their knowledge and efforts in making the Philippines the investment's destination of choice through the years. Through trainings and seminars, the BOI constantly provides its people with the learnings and know-how necessary for continuous growth and development. The BOI also regularly holds social events and sports activities to provide much-needed recreation. It also gives them the opportunity to showcase their talents. The BOI recently implemented the 2017 IPP. Like its immediate predecessor, it is a 3-year rolling plan to ensure continuity and consistency of policies, in line with the current administration's socio-economic agenda. The IPP aims to steer the country's economic growth to a broader and sustainable path. As such, inclusive growth and energy efficiency projects are some of its key features. The BOI is committed to play its role in achieving the long-term vision of Ambisyon Natin 2040 towards a grander, brighter future for all Filipinos.